ワールドチャンピオンとなったドジャース、メッツやヤンキースの初戦で素晴らしい好投をしチャンピオンに大きく貢献したフラハティ投手、そのフラハティ投手がランイットバックファンデュエル TV にゲスト出演し、パレードで酔っ払い大谷選手にテキーラを飲ませていたことや自身がフラフラになっている映像について、パドレス戦でのマチャド選手との言い争いについてと最後に大谷選手の素晴らしさについて語っていました。
Just fresh off of his World Series win, and what a win it was, Jack Flaherty of your Los Angeles Dodgers joins the show now.
Congrats, Jack Flair. Thanks for coming on. First question, you look great. Are you still drunk?
Good start.
No. That ended on Monday. But it was a good run.
Monday was the breaking point where alcohol just didn't look or sound any appeal.
Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly how it went.
We were talking about it before you came on, and we've seen a lot of the videos. They're circulating. Who was the most lit at the parade? We saw the interview with you and Oro not being able to stand up was my favorite.
My favorite.
I know Walker was blasted. Kershaw was blasted.
Dave Roberts.
Give me number one.
I think you've hit all the guys on the list between me, Walker. I think PK too. He said he forgot a little bit of his speech that he gave the other day when he was on the mic, because his speech was incredible. But you got it. It's probably one of the four of us for sure.
Now, there is a video of you giving Otani some tequila at the parade, and I'm no alcoholic, or maybe I am, but it looks like he had never drank before, Jack. Is this the first time you've seen him drink?
No. So that's the thing is, so after every series that we won, we would take a tequila shot as a team, and
I like it.
I always ended up, it was always time for a shot, and but I was always next to Show, and we would take our tequila shot together. So. It took a lot of convincing that day to get him to do it, and eventually he finally did.
You could see him kind of loosen up a little bit. Do you remember all of it? Like, were there,
Yeah.
and I mean that genuinely, or do people say, oh, do you remember when you did this, and you don't remember that part?
No, I actually do remember all of it. I remember all of the parade. I remember all of the parade. There was one moment that I did not remember, which was my mom actually taking God bless.
That's my favorite, so we're gonna run that on a loop.
It was my mom taking a shot of tequila because she doesn't drink tequila, and I saw a video of her doing it on my phone afterwards, and I was like, I forgot about this, and then
I think one of my favorite moments, the San Diego series was spicy, and that was the whole playoffs were fun, but that was a fun series to watch. And the moment that you got Manny Machado out, and I'm looking at you now, and you're nice, and you're soft-spoken, and seem very sweet, Jack. But the words you were mouthing in this moment don't seem sweet to me.
Yeah,
Take us through it.
Those words normally, like, they're just kind of running in my head as I'm pitching. And look, like, it was a big spot in a big moment in a big game, and Manny is, to get him out in that spot where that was going on was one of those that it all just came out. And I'm he's an ultimate, he's a huge competitor. I'm not surprised he didn't take it too kindly. I by all means, like, he should be upset that those words came out, especially right there. So, it kept going on afterwards, and you can't really hear what anybody's saying at that point. You're too far away, but he's gonna compete. He's not gonna let somebody say that to him, and we kept going back and forth because but it just, things happen.
I wish that series was like 12 games.
And
that would have been nice.
I got a side question too, Jack. So as much as there's trash talk and all that, a guy like Soto, when he does the Soto shuffle as a pitcher, is that funny? Is that annoying as shit? Like, how do you take that as a pitcher? Is that part of his mental game?
It is, but you can see it when you throw a good pitch. He'll nod at you, and he's like, okay, like, you're coming with it. I got you. And so he's for me it's fun to compete with him when he's like that and he's locked in, because it's tough. I mean, it's tough to get him out. He's one of the best hitters in the game. He's gonna go break the bank in free agency. But for me, like, if you don't like competing with a guy like that who's trying, he's got his own mind games and he's as confident as they come, then it's going to be tough to get him out. So it's really like a head nod competition back and forth. He takes a good pitch, I make a good pitch, and you just keep going.
I do like, as much as the shuffle, I do like the flowers too on a good pitch.
I know,
Awesome.
There's respect. It's like a nice respect thing. Tell us about Shohei Otani. I mean, he's just everywhere he goes, the crowds are ridiculous. This was such a big turnaround for him, going from the Angels to an immediate World Series championship. What's he like to be around to play with?
Well, he's just one of the dudes. And, after we got done, we told him, we told him, Show, it's this easy. First year you come over here, you're 1 for 1. Now you gotta do it 9 more times. But he's really one of the dudes. He shows up, he works hard, like seemingly harder than everyone, because he's doing his Tommy John rehab and throwing, and then he's still got to go hit, and puts up one of the greatest seasons ever. And then he's the biggest superstar in baseball. He's got all the media around him, and he's the biggest superstar in Japan. So the fact that he's able to do all that and keep himself just really level-headed all the time, and then still just he's just Show, and I was lucky enough to play with him and in awe of him every single time that he came up to the plate and the things that he would do.
Is there something that you saw like firsthand, obviously being his teammate, that's just different? When I play with a pro golfer, like the sound of it is it's different. Like, and I saw him in person. He's a big dude too. He's way bigger than you think.
Yeah, he's way bigger than you think. And look, I mean, we've got him, we've got Mookie, we've got Freddie. And then you also see the other guys around the league, but when the ball comes off his bat in game, and it's every single one of his home runs was like a no doubt, the ball sounds differently coming off his bat, and even his outs, this will be more of a baseball number, but his exit velocity, whatever, it felt like he was hitting the ball over 100 miles an hour, and that's top tier, and it was like you just wanted to try to make him hit the ball softly, and he doesn't. No matter what it is, every single out he has, he hits the ball hard. So that's what's different. He hits the ball so hard. He hits the ball harder than anybody.
What's he like as a hang? Because he's obviously seems kind of quiet and stoic when he's at the bat, and it just doesn't even change his facial expression. Like, does he go to the birthday parties? Does he pick up tabs by any chance? Like, what's his deal?
He better be $700 million.
Picking up all the tabs.
$700 million. Pay for the jerseys.
Everything.
We did a dinner in New York during the Mets series. We got in. Happened to be my birthday, but it was a team dinner that we were doing, and Show came. Him and Yamamoto both came. We did another one. I don't know if he came. I don't know if he didn't come to the one before we played the Yankees, because he just dislocated his shoulder.
Oh, right.
But he picked up the tab when we went to New York. I think he's as chill as they come. Speaks really good English, which is impressive for the amount of work that he's put in since he's been over here. So he's somebody that, and he's always, even during games, he's never nervous. I asked him before, I think game 1, first playoff game, I just asked him, Show, are you nervous? And he goes, no. And then he points to
Amazing.
He points to Yamamoto, who's pitching that game, and he goes, he nervous. You pitchers are nervous. I'm not.
By the way, baseball team dinners are a lot more expensive.
Right? There's a lot.
I can imagine.
大谷選手を説得して飲ませていたようで、とてもいい信頼関係を築いているようですね。酔っ払いフラフラになり倒れそうになるシーンもとても面白い映像でした。マチャド選手との言い争いのことも冷静に振り返り終わった後は、相手を称えご自身から直接思いを聞くことができ、とても貴重でした。大谷選手についても高くリスペクトをしており、ディナーや大谷選手のジョークなどの裏話を聞くことができました。来年も大谷選手と一緒にプレーしている姿を見たいですね。